It's not really one anyone ever sees, and it's faded with time. But did you know that the inside of your foot feels not unlike Jello? I was about 8 years old. We just spent the first winter in Northern California on a piece of property that my folks were going to build a house on. Really, they were. Note that when I left voluntarily for boarding school at 14, there was still no damn house, but I digress. It was a nice afternoon for being out and about at 8, unsupervised and clearly not in the best control of my mental faculties. Along Mill Creek there was Mr. and Mrs. King with their grandkids enjoying the creek flowing by. Nice icy snow melt. And of course, right up the stream, clearly in view of anyone paying attention, were a couple of kids barely older than me having fun tossing wine bottles in the creek and chucking rocks at them. But hey, that's all the way upstream, not relevant, right? They've got to be at least 50 yards upstream, practically another world. So I started wading, barefoot. It's cold, but it was still kinda nice. Good flow to the stream, just almost enough to be foolish. Oh wait, being alone, bottles upstream, we're already foolish, I suppose. Then I felt a little tickle on my half-frozen foot. That's odd. Reached down without looking, trying to keep my balance instead of falling in. Well, that's odd. The bottom of my foot feels gelatinous. I've never noticed that before. Looked down and noticed blood absolutely fountaining into the stream. Apparently, when your feet are frozen, you don't notice things like cuts that go all the way to the bone from the bottom up and all. Screamed like a banshee and got Mr. King's attention. He hustled me home to get Mom, then to someone else's house to borrow a car. Yeah, we lived an hour's drive from a hospital without actually having a car, making it much more than an hour in reality. Then a delightful ride in the back seat of a car over winding roads to the hospital. Vague memories of dragging half my torso out of the back seat just long enough to hurl once or twice on the way there. 24 stitches later, and an overnight stay, and I was destined for a couple of months of crutches. Long enough that I was unsure about that whole walking thing, when I finally had them forcibly taken away from me, for my own good.